Welcome to today's video, where you'll discover the hidden secret to making a woman fall completely head over heels for you. Passion is a powerful force that can lift you to the heights of happiness or plunge you into the depths of frustration, especially when it's directed at the wrong person. You may have found yourself stuck in unrequited love, feeling drained and lost. But what if I told you there's a way to flip the script? That's right. There's a strategy to shift the dynamics of your relationships so that the woman of your dreams starts chasing after you. Imagine no longer fighting for her attention, but instead, she is the one longing for yours. Sounds impossible? Well, by the end of this video, you'll understand how to do exactly that. I'm about to reveal 7 powerful psychological strategies that will completely change how women view you. These aren't tricks or games, but proven tactics that make you more desirable by simply enhancing your self-worth and confidence. Imagine how it would feel knowing that you have the ability to make any woman crave your attention, respect your time, and desire you more than anything else. Stick with me until the end, because what you're about to learn will not only ignite intense desire, but also help you build a solid, lasting connection. Don't miss out on the key to turning the tables in your favor. Let's get started on the path to becoming the man she'll beg to be with. Rule number 1, don't give your attention away for free. The first rule is simple but powerful. Don't give your attention away for free. If you want to stand out and be valued, your time and energy must be seen as precious. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's about respecting yourself enough to make sure that others respect your time too. Here's how it works. When you're constantly available, you send a signal that your attention comes easily and is of low value. But when you become less available and more selective with who gets your time, you immediately become more valuable in the eyes of others, especially women. Think of it this way. If you're always around and always responding instantly, you become predictable. But when you step back and give her space to miss you, she'll begin to wonder about you, and curiosity leads to attraction. Let me give you an example. Think about a successful lawyer or business person with a packed schedule. Their time is valuable and everyone knows it. Just getting a moment of their attention feels like a privilege. You may think, I'm not that successful yet, so how does this apply to me? Well, the truth is, you have the same 24 hours as anyone else. The difference lies in how you use that time. When you start investing your time into your own growth, whether it's in your career, hobbies, or self-development, you automatically become someone who has priorities and a purpose. Women are drawn to men who have something going on in their lives, who are driven by goals and passions. When you value your own time, others will too. And if a woman doesn't reciprocate your energy or respect your time, walk away. You've got bigger things to focus on, and your worth only increases when you choose to invest your time wisely. Remember, your attention is a gift, and not everyone should have access to it. Rule number 2, give her space to invest in the relationship. The second rule is all about balance. Give her space to invest in the relationship too. A relationship is a two-way street, and it's essential that both people contribute equally. If you're the one constantly making the plans, initiating conversations, and keeping things alive, you'll eventually find yourself exhausted and frustrated. Worse, she may begin to take your efforts for granted. Here's the reality. When you're doing all the work, the relationship becomes one-sided, and she won't feel the need to invest as much. This isn't about playing games or making her chase you. It's about creating a healthy dynamic where both of you put in effort. When you dial back your investment a little, it opens the door for her to step up and show how much she's interested too. Think about it. If you're always the one planning dates or checking in first, she might start assuming it's your job to keep things going. But when you pull back and give her space to take some initiative, you're giving her a chance to show that she values the relationship as much as you do. This subtle shift not only strengthens the connection, but it also reveals how interested she truly is. If she doesn't reciprocate or make an effort when you step back, that's a clear sign she may not be as invested as you thought. Relationships should be mutual, where both partners are equally excited to spend time together and build something meaningful. When you allow her to put in effort, you create a partnership, not a project where one person does all the work. By giving her the opportunity to invest, you're ensuring that the relationship remains balanced and healthy, and you'll feel more valued in the process. Step back, give her the space to contribute, and watch how she rises to meet you halfway. Rule number 3, show you don't depend on her for happiness. One of the most powerful things you can do in a relationship is to show that you don't depend on her for your happiness. Independence is incredibly attractive because it signals that you are secure in yourself and content with your own life. When you rely on someone else to make you happy, you give them control over your emotions, which can make you seem needy or insecure. Instead, show her that you are self-sufficient, someone who enjoys life with or without her. This doesn't mean you're cold or uninterested. It simply means that you're complete on your own. You're not constantly seeking validation or waiting for her to brighten your day. When she sees that your world doesn't revolve around her, it creates a dynamic of mutual respect. You become someone who chooses to be with her because you want to, not because you need her. Here's the key. Independence doesn't mean being distant or emotionally unavailable. It's about demonstrating that you have your own goals, hobbies, and sources of fulfillment. Maybe you're passionate about your career, a hobby, or self-improvement. These are the things that give your life meaning, and she's just a part of that picture, not the whole thing. When a woman sees that you're living a full life without needing her constant attention or validation, she'll respect you more. You'll stand out as someone who is confident and emotionally strong, a man who has his own direction and isn't looking for someone to complete him. This makes you irresistibly attractive because she'll feel like being with you is a privilege, not a necessity. By showing her that you're happy and content in your own life, you make it clear that you're a choice, not a dependence. This shift in perspective creates a healthier dynamic where both of you can enjoy the relationship without feeling emotionally burdened. Rule number 4, stop being emotionally dependent. Emotional independence is crucial in any relationship. It's all about stopping emotional dependence on others for your happiness and well-being. When you rely too much on someone else to feel emotionally balanced, you give away too much of your personal power, making yourself vulnerable and potentially pushing the other person away. Let me clarify. This doesn't mean you should shut down emotionally or avoid being close to someone. It simply means you need to be your own source of emotional stability. You should be the master of your own emotions, not waiting for someone to make you feel better or happier. When you become overly reliant on someone else to manage your feelings, you create a dynamic where your mood and emotional health depend on them, which can lead to unhealthy attachment and imbalance in the relationship. Think of it like this. If every time you're upset or down, you need her to comfort you or fix things, you place an enormous amount of responsibility on her to keep you emotionally steady. Over time, this can become draining for both of you. Instead, start developing emotional resilience on your own. Learn to handle life's ups and downs without leaning too heavily on her or anyone else for support. This doesn't mean you can't be vulnerable or share your feelings. It's about not depending on someone else to fix or manage your emotions. When you're emotionally self-sufficient, you become more attractive because you show strength, resilience, and confidence. Women are naturally drawn to men who are capable of navigating their own emotions without losing control or needing constant reassurance. When you stop being emotionally dependent, you build a stronger sense of self. You no longer feel desperate for approval or validation from her, and that independence makes you stand out as a reliable, self-assured partner. By becoming emotionally stable, you not only protect yourself, but also create a more balanced and healthy relationship that's built on mutual respect, not emotional neediness. Rule number 5, be ready to cut ties when you're not valued. The 5th rule is one of the hardest, but also one of the most important. Be ready to cut ties if you're not being valued. This is all about knowing your worth and setting clear boundaries for how you expect to be treated. If someone doesn't respect your value, doesn't reciprocate your efforts, or treats you like a second option, it's time to walk away. Here's the truth. If you let someone treat you poorly, they'll continue doing so because they know they can get away with it. But when you show that you won't tolerate disrespect or being taken for granted, you send a powerful message that you know your worth and that you're not afraid to stand up for yourself. This isn't about being harsh or cold. It's about protecting your self-esteem and ensuring that you're in relationships that are mutually respectful. If she's not putting in effort, making you feel important, or showing genuine interest, it's a red flag. By being ready to cut ties, you're not showing weakness, you're demonstrating strength. Walking away doesn't just preserve your dignity, it also commands respect. When you show her that you won't stick around if she's treating you poorly, you become someone she can't take lightly. You stand apart from the crowd of people who settle for less, and that confidence is highly attractive. You're no longer just another guy hoping for her attention. You become the person who sets the standard for how you deserve to be treated. Understand that the willingness to walk away doesn't make you unkind. It makes you powerful. It means you're choosing quality over quantity, respect over attention. And when you carry yourself with this mindset, you attract people who genuinely value you for who you are. So don't be afraid to cut ties when the situation calls for it. You deserve to be in relationships where your time, energy, and emotions are appreciated. By setting that standard, you'll not only avoid unhealthy dynamics but also open the door to healthier, more fulfilling connections. Rule number 6, stop seeking validation. One of the biggest traps men fall into in relationships is constantly seeking validation from others, whether it's from the woman they're dating or from their social circle. Rule number 6 is about breaking free from this habit. Stop seeking validation. You don't need external approval to feel good about yourself, and your value doesn't depend on what others think of you. Seeking validation means you're constantly looking for reassurance that you're doing the right things, that you're attractive enough, or that you're good enough. But here's the key. Your confidence must come from within, not from someone else's opinion. The moment you stop needing validation from others is the moment you start cultivating true self-confidence, and that shift will change how people see you. When you rely on others to validate your worth, you give away your power. You're essentially saying, "Tell me I'm good enough so I can feel secure." But when you stand firm in your identity and trust your own judgment, you show that you know who you are, regardless of what others think. That kind of internal strength is magnetic. It commands respect and attention without you even having to ask for it. Think about it. A man who knows his own worth doesn't need constant reassurance. He makes decisions confidently, walks his own path, and doesn't bend to external pressures. This is the kind of man women are drawn to, someone who's self-assured and grounded. When you stop seeking validation, you not only gain more respect from others, but also become more comfortable in your own skin. So how do you stop seeking validation? It starts with trusting yourself and knowing that your decisions, beliefs, and actions are valid simply because you say so. You don't need anyone's approval to confirm that you're on the right path. The more you practice self-reliance, the more you'll see your confidence grow, and the less you'll care about outside opinions. By embracing this mindset, you'll notice a huge shift in how women and others perceive you. You'll become the man who doesn't need validation to feel good about himself, and that independence will make you far more attractive and respected. Rule number 7. Don't reveal how much you like her too soon. The final rule is one of the most strategic. Don't reveal how much you like her too soon. Attraction thrives on mystery and the excitement of the unknown. If you lay all your cards on the table right away, you remove the challenge and the intrigue, which can quickly make you less exciting in her eyes. Here's why. When you express too much too soon, it creates a dynamic where she may start taking your affection for granted. If she knows exactly how much you like her, she doesn't need to work as hard for your attention or admiration. The thrill of winning someone over lies in earning their affection gradually. By holding back some of your emotions, you keep her wondering, curious, and engaged. This doesn't mean you should be cold or distant. It's about pacing your emotions and letting the relationship develop naturally. If you reveal everything right away, you risk overwhelming her or creating a dynamic where she feels too secure too quickly. Keep a bit of mystery. Let her wonder about your feelings and work to gain more of your affection over time. Think of it like a story. If you give away the ending in the first chapter, there's no reason to keep reading. But if you reveal things slowly, she'll be eager to uncover more about you and the depth of your emotions. When you maintain this sense of intrigue, you're not only protecting your own heart, but also building a stronger foundation of mutual respect and interest. Remember, your affection is valuable, and it should be something she earns over time, not something handed over all at once. By holding back just a little, you create a dynamic where she feels excited to continue investing in the relationship and discovering more about how you feel. In the end, this approach doesn't just build attraction. It sets the tone for a balanced, healthy relationship where both of you are equally invested. When you don't reveal everything too soon, you become someone she wants to win over, rather than someone she's already secured. Keep her interested by letting your affection unfold gradually, and you'll create a deeper, more meaningful connection. Mastering the art of attraction. Now that you've learned the 7 powerful strategies to make a woman fall madly in love with you, it's time to tie everything together. These rules aren't about manipulation or playing games. They're about building respect, fostering genuine attraction, and maintaining your own self-worth in the process. At the core of it all is confidence. Confidence in your value, your time, and your emotional strength. When you follow these rules, you're sending a clear message. You are a man who knows his worth and isn't willing to settle for less than what he deserves. This mindset naturally draws people to you, not just romantically, but in all areas of life. Let's recap. Rule 1 taught you the importance of making her earn your attention. Your time is valuable, and when you respect that, so will she. Rule 2 showed you that relationships should be a two-way street, and by giving her space to invest, you create a balanced dynamic. Rule 3 emphasized emotional independence, proving that you don't need her for happiness makes you even more attractive. Rule 4 urged you to stop being emotionally dependent and take charge of your own emotional well-being. Rule 5 reminded you to be ready to walk away if you're not being valued, showing that your self-worth comes first. Rule 6 challenged you to stop seeking validation from others and trust in your own decisions. Rule 7 guided you to hold back a little and keep the mystery alive, letting her work to earn your affection. By mastering these principles, you're not just positioning yourself to win her love, you're creating a life where you are in control, and your confidence speaks for itself. Remember, attraction is about balance and self-respect. When you embody these qualities, you'll naturally stand out from the crowd. So go out there, implement these strategies, and watch how the dynamic between you and the women you meet transforms. With time and practice, you'll find that these rules not only help you in your romantic life, but also help you grow into a stronger, more self-assured man in all aspects of life. Good luck, and remember, the power to attract starts with knowing your own worth. Now imagine being able to use a sequence of magnetic messages that ignite chemistry and desire so intense that she can't resist and becomes desperate for you. If you have a phone and know how to text, you could have beautiful women knocking on your door tonight. These messages transform simple conversations into encounters full of desire and deep connection. Click now on the first link below this video and download the exact messages that make any woman see you as the man of her dreams, the one she wants, at any cost.